So if you haven't heard, Mew was recently banned from Umbreon-YTS server for making stupid solutions to the Luke Keel drama, and also especially for defending predators. If you didn't watch this video before it got taken down, a person named Lapis was exposed for being a predator and drawing not safe for work art of a minor's original character. Mew was also exposed for defending him as well.
Alright, so there's probably a high chance you know who this is, but if you don't, I'll explain to you. He's a pedophile.
Enjoy your food, I say, thanks a lot. You too. All day, every day, people always ask me why I'm single. This is why I'm single. I love it, but I hate it. It's the worst and the greatest when you're single. This is why I'm single.
So this Lapis Me Rider's trying so hard to defend Lapis, saying he ain't a pedo and to stop calling him one.
Too bad. Deal with it.
Now Mew is back at it again, defending 3 more predators that are friends with him. In these snapshots, Mew is arguing with the Blazer exposer on why Blaze isn't a pedo, but Mew is disregarding everything in the video about Blazer, and he is saying that exposing the therapy logs that shows that he's attracted to minors is illegal. He even denies the fact that Blazer groomed the girl on his apology post. Also, Mew is almost an adult by now, which may make Mew be able to endanger minors and normalize predator behavior when he becomes an adult. In the first set of screenshots, I ask Mew why he is saying that Blazer isn't a pedo, even though there is proof in the video that he got a girl to self-pleasure herself, and also admit to being attracted to teenagers. He also attempted to persuade me to support Blazer, but I didn't due to him being exposed as a creep around kids. Mew also states here that when he goes online dating, he doesn't care if the other person he dates is a pedophile. He also says that if any of his friends gets exposed for being a pedo, he would defend them no matter what, even if it's true that they are a creep. Mew also says that the people who are suing Roblox should go to jail, but the states and lawyers are suing Roblox for being extremely negligent of the groomers being in Roblox and grooming children online, and getting them to meet up in real life and harming them in person. I tell Mew that Roblox never took action against not safe for work games until after they got sued. Mew says that the people suing Roblox are taking it too far, even though this is for all the minors who are manipulated and groomed in Roblox. He also says that the suers should tell Roblox to upgrade their RE moderation, but when Schlepp tags Roblox in their tweets about pedos, they get ignored. And usually Roblox never fixes problems until it gets onto the news. In the second set of screenshots, Google exposes Lapis and threatens his online reputation for hurting Umbreon-YT by calling him a coward and traitor, and said he didn't help him, even though he told me that I and Umbreon-YT helped him with moving on after being exposed or something. After Google made the post, I asked if Mew would defend Lapis if Google attempted to drive him off the internet, to which he said yes. In the DMs he had with Google, Mew questions why Google is exposing him, and Google says that he wants people to know how karma gets them for their actions. Mew says that by exposing Lapis he is ruining his life, but Google says that they ruined it themselves by being a pedo and drawing not safe for work art of a minor's original character. Mew says that it doesn't matter, and he ignores the mental trauma that Lapis made to others. He also says that exposing him doesn't do any good when he isn't harassing people, but Lapis was being exposed for hurting Umbreon-YT's feelings, which is considered verbal harassment. In the third set of screenshots, in the Umbreon-YT server, I put the post of someone else who warned another YouTube friend about Lazuli Glacian, aka Luke, of being a pedo, because he is 26 and dates children. In the post, he is seen flirting with shiny Umbreon-YT, who is 16, and Jolteon, who said that he was around 13 to 15, but I lost the file for it. If you search up at Frost Glacian 7, then you will see that there is many videos about Jolteon saying that they are with Luke, and the comments is Luke saying things like I love you or that I'm your girl Glacian, even though he is biologically male. When I ask Mew if Luke dates a 16-year-old if it's okay, he says both have to be okay with it, but the child cannot consent, and it is considered predatory behavior if an adult flirts with children, which is considered a crime under US laws. I tell Mew that when the guy who made the post asked if Luke was flirting, he got defensive and said he isn't, so it's probably a sign that he knows what he is doing is illegal and immoral. I ask what Mew means when he says that adults dating minors isn't illegal everywhere, and I say since Luke lives in the United States, the age of consent is 18, not 14 or 16. Mew then says that grooming isn't illegal in certain countries, and he even says that the age of consent doesn't matter, and that anyone can give consent no matter the age. I then show Mew why the age of consent matters in dating by asking ChatGPT, but Mew ignores it and says he only uses information that is said by Gemini. After my brief silence, I give him a scenario where he gets groomed or graped, and how would he react if someone said that it's not necessary to say that the perpetrator assayed him. He says that he wouldn't care about it, and that grooming isn't special and he wouldn't mind it, to my shock. I tell him that his morals are pretty questionable because he always defends predators, and he says only online predators should be forgiven, which contradicts because he says before that it's okay to be graped, but he says that real-life pedos shouldn't be forgiven. I ask him why the age of consent doesn't matter, and he says it doesn't because anybody can agree to a services TUS and buy anything they want, no matter the age. He also says it doesn't matter with adult stuff as well. So going by Mew's logic, it means that if a kid can purchase a game or a SEEP terms of service, it definitely means that they can just waltz right through a bar or reproduction club without question. That's definitely right.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
He also says that Blazer should forgive his groomer for grooming him because no physical harm was made, but he ignores the mental trauma that Blazer received after being groomed. He even says to the victim of Blazer after the drama to forgive him now or else XE is a bad person. He also says that after he defends pedos and the drama dies down, he goes to the victims and tells them to forgive their groomer. He also says something about user 4, who I never knew about being a pedo. I think he is just using Gemini here so that he can try to justify this behavior, but it just makes me confused. I then put Mew's message of him ignoring why the age of consent matters, and Mew gets mad that I didn't use it without his consent. He says that because I didn't ask to use it, I'm breaking the data protection law, but it says that only data that gets leaked to identify a person in real life is incriminating. Since he doesn't say anything about his name or location, none of this is illegal at all. In the final set of screenshots, after Blazer left the Umbrian YT server due to being caught with Luke Keel in his revenge server against Google and exposed for wanting to be freaky with him, I decided to make fun of him by asking why he groomed that 13-year-old and said if he didn't groom kids he wouldn't have this outcome. Mew then confronts me about it, and I say that he shouldn't have been there in the first place because he is a pedo I said I had minors, and Mew didn't get that. I then said, does it matter if your pedo friend grooms someone from a different community? To which he said no. I then ask if pedos being attracted to minors isn't bad, and he says yes, but without physical harm. I then remind him that Blazer said he'd get in trouble for teaching the 13-year-old about puberty and sex, when he shouldn't have. Mew then says it isn't bad as well. In the chat logs, Blazer is saying that he was orgasming when he was teaching the girl how to self-pleasure herself. I ask Mew why he thinks it isn't bad, to which he says it never happened in real life, but the girl says that her liquids fell onto the floor. Mew also says it is okay for a pedo to masturbate to a child without physical harm, but it is against the law. I tell Mew that even when Blazer didn't make the girl masturbate in the same room, it still doesn't justify it because he coerced the minor into adult activity. Mew says my argument is pointless, but he omits the fact that a pedo made the girl masturbate. I then tell Mew to put in, is it normal for a 18-year-old to make a 13-year-old masturbate in his ARI? However, he doesn't, and he says there's no counter to pedos being in the wrong for making the victim masturbate online. However, he is ignoring what it can say, and he says groomed people don't have mental trauma. I then show him the chat log of the groomed person, and he ignores it as well. In these screenshots, I use all to question Mew, and in here he admits that he likes getting groomed by pedos. And in here, Mew defends Bales, a manager of Umbrian YTS channel who got exposed for erotically role-playing with an 11-year-old, while he was 15 years old at the time. In the last screenshots, Mew says Luke Keel needs forgiveness and comfort after Luke Keel was exposed for making a server to chafe under Google having a partner, and Google cuts ties with him and hides him from his channel for defending a lot of preds. Later, Mew generated a Ari slop art of Vaporeon to get Google's attention, which failed. Now if you are friend with Mew or have interacted with him before, I would recommend unsubscribing from his channel and blocking him. Do not harass him as it's against YouTube terms of service, plus if you do it's your fault.